obviously there's a lot of pressure and comparison in school. How did you like make the shift, or what kind of obstacles came in your way with like going from university into, or like the traditional life science route into naturopathy? Like what kind of things did you see that you had to overcome?
Yeah, I mean even just the contrast of being in Toronto and at University of Toronto and then coming to Trent, it was just it was just so much more like I felt relaxed and I was happier. I feel like I focused better and there's just like less stress in my life, right? But then so I did an undergrad in biology, and there was a specialization in health sciences that I was able to take. And so through that, I was able to connect with a naturopath in town, and I was able to kind of do like an externship for him sort of thing. So, but even prior to that, when I had decided, okay, I'm going to, go and study naturopathy eventually, I should probably maybe go see one myself, and so so again, there was 2 different ones in town that I was kind of seeing, and so even through that and like going through the process and kind of observing from like a patient aspect of going through, but then also kind of observing like them as a practitioner. Mm-hmm. And so it was really nice to be able to do that. And then of course, then when I was doing the externship with the naturopath, being able to kind of like really be learning like behind the scenes to really make sure that it was something I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I know for myself, like it was the fact that I could graduate kind of with a, like license or like registration to be able to do something. I felt it wasn't something like a job that people could just like take away from me, right? Like I could always have the job no matter what. And I also really like too the fact that, because I knew I wanted to have children in the future, and just being able to kind of, like be my own boss, like have kids and that sort of stuff was really, kind of important to me. Like, the being my own boss and the schedule freedom, I guess, was something that I really, really liked.
That's cool. So, I like how carefully crafted that was. Like you're like, I explored it. I was a patient.
Experienced it. Yeah.
And then I kind of made sure it aligned with my future before. That's cool. That's really mindful.
Because it's a big decision, right? It's like you do a 4-year undergrad, which is a lot, and then you're like, I'm going to do 4 more years, right? So it's something that, and I was reaching out. Like my brother was living in Toronto at the time, and so he knew some people that were students at the college. So like I got their email, I would send them like tons of questions, and they, took the time to respond back to me.
I heard they're really good for that there.
Yeah, like I just really appreciate it, and like we still keep in touch now because she's a naturopath in Toronto, and like it's just really nice because it's sometimes you can get inundated with tons of emails and it's like but it really can go a long way when someone's like really needing some guidance, right?
That's school starting back up in a few weeks, and a lot of students are going that traditional route because it's just like it's that like path that we're all just like subjected to. And do you have any like tips for how people can find their sort of place either in university, in sort of the bigger picture of schooling, or even if like considering that's the route that they should, or they feel that's like true to them or not?
I think I would just always say to really listen to your gut and like your instinct, because I feel it can be so easy to be like, just guided down the path, like herded like cattle sort of thing of like what you should be doing. But if you always have this, just in the back of your mind, like this doesn't feel right, or like I don't like it, then, it can be easier to say, but like, to have the courage just to be like, what, I'm just going to maybe take a break and think about it for a year, or maybe go travel or explore. And like it can just be hard going off the beaten path, but I think if you don't, you know that you kind of need to, or that you need to really like speak your voice and just say, no, this isn't truly what I'm meant for. It's still awesome, and it's awesome people are doing it, but I need to be doing something else, because those things can really drag you down and can really be like eat away at your soul, after a while if you don't really listen to it. So, and I think too, like it's okay to quit. Like if you're doing a program or you're in a job already and it's really not calling to you, like it's okay to just switch gears. Like, we shouldn't really think so much of stopping something that maybe doesn't fill us with passion as like a failure, right? You just learn from those. And, you know, and I think a lot of other people would probably look up to you for doing that, because I think they can be a little scared to maybe doing the same thing that you might be doing, right? Because it can be scary, like the unknown and not knowing the path, but there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of learning in that, which, you know, can bring so many other wonderful things.
Yeah.